pretty epic steak, sausages and roast veggies in the campfire. So now it's time for dessert. I'm going to make my infamous 2 fruits damper, which isn't actually mine. I think I got it off the All for Adventure guys, but this is my version. Start with some self-raising flour. About that much. Can of lemonade. Small can. A couple of eggs. Without getting any show in it. A little bit of butter. The all important 2 fruits. I'm going to start with just one and then mix that through. Now it's pretty runny, so I'm going to add a little bit more self-raising flour. Probably get it to the point where it's a little bit too sticky, and then I'll add the other lot of 2 fruits. The right consistency at the moment. When I add this sort of 2 fruits, it's going to go a little bit runny again. So once I mix that through, I'll add a little bit more self-raising flour just to get it to the right consistency. So as you can see, a little bit too runny. So I'll just add little bits at a time. Right, I think that's looking pretty good. So I'm just going to set that aside there for a second. Now the other component to this is the crumble top. So I just need to grab those ingredients out. So I pre-made this at home. It's basically just shredded coconut, some oats and brown sugar. So just pop that in a bowl. May as well use it all. Spill half of it on the table. And then just mix that together with butter. Now this part does require some messy fingers. Just get a tiny little bit more butter. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Next step is to wash my hands, and then we'll get the mixture in the camp oven ready to go on the coals. Right, I've got my trusty camp oven, and I'm just going to line that with alfoil. Just makes it a lot easier to get the damper out. So 2 layers, just so that it reaches all the way around. Right, I've got some coconut oil spray here. Give that a good liberal coat. Now we pour our mixture in. Spread it around so it covers up the whole bottom of the camp oven. There we go, that's nice and covered. And then it's just a matter of spreading out crumble across the top. Make sure that's spread out evenly right up to the edges. Right, so we've had this fire going for a while. There's a nice bed of coals there. So I'm just going to move some of these logs out of the way, put some coals a little bit further down here. Right, so we've got some nice coals here. I'm going to pop the camp oven right there and then put some coals on top. There we go, so that's pretty much ready to go. I'm going to give it about 15 minutes and then we'll have a look and see how it's going. Alright, it's just gone past 30 minutes. I checked it at 20 and it was definitely nowhere near done. But 30 should be getting pretty close. So let's have a look. Alright, so it's risen quite a bit and we're starting to brown up on our top of our crumble. Just going to do a knife trick just to test. And yeah, we've still got a little bit of sticky dough there on the edge of the knife. So that means it's not quite done in the middle. So I'm going to leave it on for probably another 5 minutes and then check again. Alrighty, it's been about 40 minutes now. I reckon it's pretty well going to be spot on. So let's have a look. Oh yeah, top is looking fantastic. Golden, crispy, not quite burnt. Let's do the knife test. Came out pretty good. I think there might be a tiny little bit of moisture still to come out of it. Yeah, honestly, I think another 5 minutes and this is going to be perfect. Alright, got it out of the camp oven. Moment of truth. Hopefully it's not too burnt on the bottom. And yes, it's hot. Alrighty, let's have a look at that bottom. Yeah, she's a bit burnt. So probably just had a little bit too much heat underneath and maybe not enough on top. Just going to try and get rid of these little bits of alfoil because they're not fun to chew on. Alright, moment of truth. Let's cut her in half. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. Nice and bouncy, but not too moist. Nice and crispy on top, but not too burnt either. It's just the base that was a bit of an issue. A little, as I said, a little bit too much heat underneath. It's a very hard thing to balance. I've only actually nailed it perfectly a couple of times before. But now, while it's nice and hot, I'm going to serve this up with some custard. When camping, this is my go-to custard, Foster and Clark's. It's a long life custard, so you can just keep it in your pantry for as long as you like, basically. Once you've opened it up, just chuck it in your fridge. All right, let's serve some of this up. There we go, 3 servings for myself, Mal and Benj, and some custard. Applied liberally. Alright, you're the guinea pig, come around here. Taste test dummy. Give it a try. Should be nice and hot. Good stuff. Good stuff? Excellent. Actually, one last thing. I think I've got one little cup of 2 fruits left. So I might just add a few more of those on for us. Perfecto. And that, my friends, is a 2 fruits damper crumble. Enjoy. All right, do you want to give that one to your dad?